Namaste. Hello, this is Anita and welcome back to my channel. So I found this tag that's called 50 questions you've never been asked on YouTube, and I thought it was a pretty cool tag, so I thought I would do it and then I would tag devixxi, and so you tag devixxi. And I'm going to answer these questions. First I'm going to close my door because people are very loud outside. So there we go. Anywho, let's get busy. 1. What is your favorite candle scent? Well, I don't have a lot of scented candles, but I do have a favorite scent for incense. So I will translate the candle into an incense. We do have scented candles in Denmark, but since I'm in a mental facility, I cannot at the moment have candles, unfortunately. But I do have a favorite scent. And it goes in my, over there is the blue one. It goes in there, and that is like a humidifier, an air humidifier. And in that I have 2 scents I put in it. One is bubblegum, but that is not my favorite scent. And the other one is, it's called Nakamba. It's called Nakamba, and it is like my favorite incense scent, and I found it in these small bottles, and it's so good. So when I put that in there, my whole rooms have this wonderful scent. Question 2. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Lady Gaga. I think. I don't know. But I do think so. Yeah. I think we would have a lot of fun. So what male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Jesse Eisenberg. I freaking love that guy, and I just wanted him around all the time. That would be very cool. How old do you think you will be when you get married? 45. I don't know, but 45. If I'm getting married before then I hope so. Do you know a hoarder? A hoarder is somebody who hoard a lot of stuff, I think. And I'm a hoarder. I hoard stuff. I love things, and I just love details and weird stuff, and I collect a lot of different things and art, and so I'm kind of a hoarder, but I don't hoard it to the point where I'm not able to live. But look around, my room is full of stuff, and I'm the one in this hospital who has the most stuff at all. So anyone, can you do a split? Nope, not completely. I don't think so. I don't know. I can't. I'm not gonna try now, but I can almost do it. I can't do it completely. I never could. And let us see. How old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I was 5, and I remember my mother took a picture of me, and I was on this huge bike, and I was like biking out there. It was so cool, and my hair was red like this at the time, so that was really cool. How many oceans have you swam in? I've I swum in the Dead Sea in Israel. I've swum in the ocean next to that. I don't know what that is called. Let me look it up real fast. World map. Because I don't know the name of all the oceans. I should know them, but I'm a stupid fucker when it comes to geographical stuff. Let's see here. I'm gonna look. Come on, show me. I've swum in the ocean Pacific. I've swum in the Indian. I've swum in Atlantic, and I've swum in the Kattegat. And that is pretty much it. I don't think I've swum in, maybe in the Arctic Ocean also. I'm not sure about that. Anywho, so I've been around the planet pretty much. I've been many places, and I've swum many places. How many countries have you been to? Okay, let's start. Denmark, England, Sweden, Norway, Germany, Bulgaria, Slovakia, France, Spain, Poland, Switzerland. I've been to India. I've been to, what is it called? No, jeg laver en video. Jeg er ved at lave en video. Jamen jeg er ved at lave en video, siger jeg. I hate when they knock on my door and they want to just talk to me and they work and they just fuck off. Anyway, how many? So I've been to that many, maybe a few more. I don't remember, but I've been in a lot. So that was 12. Is anyone in your family in the army? Well, my father used to be in the army, and if there's a war, he will be called in, even though he's getting older. So my parents are very young. They were very young when they had me, so I don't know if he would be called in. But I have no one in my family currently being in the army. What name would you give your daughter if you had one? Well, I have one daughter, and her name is very unique. It's Frida Desdemona Carla Stone, and the last name I'm not going to mention, but that's her she has 5 names. Well, last name I don't have to mention, but her name is very special to me and has a lot of meaning to me. But she's the only one named Desdemona in this country, which is quite incredible. So, and we like 5 out of 5.5 million. She's the only one named Desdemona. What would you name your son if you had one? Well, I would name him Brother, but in Danish that's bror. And that's a name in Danish, but not it's very rare, but I would call him Bror Carl, Brother Carl Stone, because that's what I would call my son, Brother. It's kind of weird, I know, but I really do love that name. What's the worst grade you ever got in a test? We used to have from 03 till 13, and the worst I ever got was 5, which comes after 03. Now it only goes to 12. It's a different system now, but when I was in school, I got 5 in German, and when I was in the 9th grade, because I didn't give a fuck, because I hated the teacher. She was obnoxious and horrible and treated me like shit. Aber ich spreche Deutsch sehr okay. Nicht so viel, aber ich verstehe, ja? So I understand a little bit and I speak a little bit, but that's German. Anyway, let's see the next question. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? When I was a child, it was one called, I think, Bamse's Billedbog. It was Teddy Bear's picture book. We have one character in Denmark. It's called Bamse. It means teddy bear. It means bear. Bamse means bear, but it's like a fluffy one, a big yellow one. And he had a house, and it was pretty weird. And there was like this guy who was flying from planet to planet, and there was a song. Vi er lynende travlt, men vi tager det med ro. Fantasy, fantasy, fantasy. Yeah, cool. Really cool song about fantasy and traveling and taking a chill pill, and yeah, cool show at that time. Now I'm way too old. Anyway, what did you dress up of Halloween when you were 8? OMG. I have no idea. I don't remember what I was when I was 8. I have a bad memory when it comes to my childhood. I think I've blocked out a lot of things. I had a fucking retarded childhood. I was a very different child than most children are. I freaked out and went amok, and I don't remember what I was when I was 8. I was living, okay, let me think back. I was living there. I think maybe actually that was the one time because we moved to one city. I moved like a ton when I was a kid, and we moved. I think this was the time I was a clown. There was one time I was a clown, and I actually think I was 8 or 9. I was 8 or 9, but I don't remember if I was 8 or 9. So that is that. Have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games game or Twilight series? Nope. I've gave my kid the Twilight series and Harry Potter books, but I've seen the Hunger Games movies and I like the movies. Would you rather have an American or a British accent? I don't know. I don't know. I like both of them, and I don't know if I don't know if I can pretend to have a British accent. I don't know. I really don't know, mate. I don't know. I can't talk. I don't know. I am horrible. I'm like this. If I'm with a person who have a British accent, I automatically start to like speak in that with that accent. And if I speak with it's the same. My country, Denmark. We have one of the countries with the most accents in the world. And if I go somewhere, I just flip over and I start talking like the people I'm with, even though I don't know it from before. I just click. I have an ear for that, but I cannot I cannot pretend doing it without. I cannot pretend doing it without. It's something I'm not aware. Yeah, you get it. Anywho, did your mother go to college? No. Are your grandparents still married? My grandparents are unfortunately dead, but they were married. On my father's side, but on my mother's side, I don't know. I didn't know my grandmother. It's a long story, but I don't really want to go into that. It's a horrible story. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No, but I used to go to this place and watch the boys who did karate through the windows, and we were like pre-teens, you know. It was like when we started getting into liking boys, but way before we like started kissing. I kissed my first boy when I was like 12, so yeah. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Oh yeah, I do. And Miss Piggy and all the Muppet Show. I do so love them. I used to love that show as a child a lot. So I should have said the Muppet Show. It's much more fun than that show I was meant to. The Muppet Show. I take it back, Bamse. I'm sorry, you're out. The Muppet Show. What was the first amusement park you went to? I don't know. I think Legoland. Everybody knows Lego. It's very famous. It's worldwide famous. It's a company that is original in Denmark. Some Danish men make Lego, and we have an amusement park called Legoland where everything is made of Lego, and I think that was the first place I ever went. It's the first thing I remember. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? I would like to be fluent in Spanish / Italian, because my best friend is from Italy, and so many people in the world speak Spanish, so Spanish, Italian is kind of the same thing. Not exactly, but they understand a lot of each other, so I would like to know that language fluently. I do understand something, however. So also, back to the question before, I do know some Italian. I know I can follow a conversation, and I'm very good with my body language, by the way. Okay, next question. Do you spell the color as G-R-A-E with an E or with an A? Gray. With an E, I think. Is your father bald? Definitely not. He has so much hair on his head, you know. Do you know triplets? No. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Well, I freaking love Titanic. When I was like 7 years old, I was put to bed, but I sneaked up. We had this couch going like this, and the door was here, and the TV was over here, but the couch was here, so they couldn't see when I was like sneaking up on the floor and watching the television. And I remember I did that one evening. I did that a lot when I was a kid. I also heard my parents do naughty stuff and shit, but that's not a good thing. Anyway, one night I was climbing up and I saw the old version, the black and white film Titanic, and it made such an impression on me. It's one of the biggest movies I've ever seen in my life, and I love that movie to death. I've seen it since, but that was the first movie I remember making a huge impression on me. That was actually the old version of Titanic. But then came the new version of Titanic with Leo DiCaprio and Katie, what's her name? I fucking love her as an actress. I want her as a sister. Her, I love her. Kate something. Not the other one. I want Kate and Lady Gaga. I want them both. I want a lot of sisters. I have 4. I can't get enough. Anyway, I definitely don't know The Notebook, so I have to see that, but I do really love Titanic to the death. I can continue seeing it. That's the movie I can continue seeing over and over again. So, have you ever had Indian food? Yeah, I've been in India, so I've had a shitload of Indian food, and I was together with a guy from Tibet he was in India because he was living in Dharamsala, where all the refugees was living. He was a refugee from Tibet, and he was living in Dharamsala, and he was on vacation in Goa with me, and we were together, and he took me to all the native places, so I really got Indian food. I didn't just get the tourist kind of Indian food. I really got so cheap. It's like unbelievable cheap and so great food, you know. So next, what is the name of your favorite restaurant? Now that's a hard one. I don't really go to restaurants. I don't go out much, and it's definitely not McDonald's. So I don't know the name of my favorite restaurant. I know dude who has a restaurant, so I should mention the name of it, but I don't even know the name of it. It's a sushi restaurant, but I don't know the name of my favorite. Pass. Have you ever been to the Olive Garden? I don't think we have an Olive Garden in Denmark. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? Yeah, we have a store called Magasin, which is a very expensive place in Denmark, and like high-end, high-class. I just got a membership card for them because they're the only one who has just gotten a Sephora, and you can order things, but it's very expensive. So I got a card because I want to order some of Kat Von D's stuff. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? But I have to ask, I don't know that. I would like to know what they would have named me if I was a boy. I feel like calling my mother. I'm going to call my mother and ask her. I'm going to call her on here and just, I want to know that. I never thought about that ever in my life. Amazing that I didn't think about that ever. Where is it? Okay, let me just write it. 2 seconds. Hang on. Let us see if it's ringing. I'm going to ask her in Danish, so bear over with me for a few seconds. Do ringing. I don't know if she picks it up. She never picks it up when I'm ringing. And maybe my kid is there, so pick it up. Pick it up. It's ringing. Come on. Hello. Oh, it's going on voicemail. She's probably gonna. If she calls me back in a few seconds, I will like ask her. But why doesn't she answer? So, if you have a nickname, what is it? Oh, we have a saying, kært barn har mange navne. It means sweet kid have lots of names, but it rhymes in Denmark, kind of. And it means that as sweet kid, cat, loving child has a lot of names. I have so many nicknames. I have Khyber, I have khyberhyper, I have Anita. No, that's my name. Schwab. Ange. I have Tita. Tihita, Visita, Sviske, Trunde. I have a shitload of nicknames. So, yeah, that was a few of them. Tøsebarn, mit tøsebarn. Oh, that's the favorite one. Tøsen. That's my favorite one. Tøsen and mit tøsebarn. It's hard to explain. You cannot direct translate it. What is your favorite who is your favorite person in the world? It's obviously my kid. You know, that's my daughter. She is the most intelligent, beautiful, amazing person I've ever met in my life. So that's my favorite person in the world, and that's obvious, for obvious reasons. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? Rural? I don't know what that means, but I take it's like central city. I would rather live in the suburbs because I would like to live in a rural. I don't know how to express that, but I like to be in the intensity of the city. But I'm going to rent a house in the countryside when I get the fuck out of this shit place. Because it's cheap, way cheaper than living in the city, and you get so much space, and you can get a huge garden for almost no money. But you have to deal with like being away from the city, and I'm a big city girl. I've been in Copenhagen since I was 15, and I'm like turning 40. So anyway, can you whistle? I don't know if that's whistling. I can. Do you sleep with a nightlight? Actually, I have so many of these Christmas lights all around my room, and I don't even give a fuck if there's a light. I can sleep in the dark. I can sleep with all the light on. I just crash. I don't have a problem with sleeping. So I do sleep with the nightlight because there's always something lighting in my room because I don't want to take it off every night. But anyway. Wait a second. Do you eat breakfast every morning? Absolutely not. I don't get up to breakfast every morning. Do you take any pills or medication daily? Yeah, I do. I take vitamin every day, and I take some other vitamins and some supplements to the diet, and then I take one pill that my body is addicted to, and if I don't get it, I become physically ill. But I'm down to 1 milligram. I'm on my way out of it, and I'm almost clean from that shit. and then I get an injection in my ass once a month with a substance that keeps my mind not going crazy. So I do. What medical conditions do you have? Well, let's get started. I have ADHD in my papers. I am schizophrenic. I am OCD. I used to be psychotic. I have chronic, what is it called? Psoriasis. I have herpes. Sometimes that's really the nastiest ones I have. But that's my conditions, which are medical. How many times have you been to the hospital? Well, I'm kind of living in a hospital, so I've been like a shitload of times because I'm here for 6 years now in this hospital, and I've been in another hospital, and I've been in the hospital. Besides that, I've been like two times, like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times in my life, 4 different hospitals, including the one I'm in now. But I've been like in 6 or 7 departments in this hospital. It has like 10 different, and I've been to a lot of them. Wow. So, yeah. But I've never really broken anything. I never. Oh, no, we did went to the hospital that time. I just fucked my finger up. My mother knew a guy who was like kind of a doctor, kind of nurse maybe, and he fixed my finger. You see that scar on that finger? I was roller skating inside this public laundry place, and I grabbed onto an iron table, and it was so freaking heavy. It was made of so heavy iron, and it smashed down over my hand because I tried to hide under it, and I tilted it over, and it smashed down on my fingers. I lost the nail on this, and this finger, and this finger was like open to the bone, and I was there you see it there. And it was like I came home, there was nobody helping me, and it was so weird. There was only people from Turkey, there was immigrants in our country, and nobody helped me. It was so weird. I was like 12 years old and full of blood and crying like a retarded. And my mother put it under the coal sink, and then she took me to her friend because I didn't want to go to the hospital. And I didn't want him to sew me, so I was in his place watching a movie with Elvis. I had an Elvis face at that time when I was 12, and I was watching this blue something. And he just put it together. He didn't sew it, so it looks like it was sewn, but it wasn't actually, and it healed like pretty nice, but it's a pretty fucking big scar, and it hurts in wintertime. And have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yep, one time, a long time ago, and it was very cute. Where do you buy your jeans? Well, I only have a few pair of jeans, and the last pair I got, I think I bought it I think I bought it in mini or light in the box, and they're really super cool. Or eBay, I'm not quite sure. But I don't really buy jeans. I buy a lot of these pants, which are stretchy and pretty cool. And that's my tattoo, which I made. It's so nice, maybe a little bit awry. Anyway, what's the last compliment you got? Oh my God, I don't know. I get compliments all the time, but I guess it was yesterday when a girl wrote me that, what did she write me exactly? Let me check it. She wrote me something on YouTube. Let's check it out. She gave me a really nice compliment. Let's check it out. Where is she? Why can't I see it? It's this video. She said to me, you're a strong woman and very inspirational to me. I think that was the last compliment I got, and I am so thankful. I'm happy I can inspire her and help her, and that she thinks I'm strong, because I have to be strong. I'm going through a lot of shit, and I've always been through shit, so I'm strong like iron, and I'm physically very strong. Also, okay. We have 6 more questions to go. So, do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Oh, yeah, actually, and lately I've been like having much more vivid dreams. I lucid dream, and it's been more and more vivid for me the last like couple of months. Like I don't know why, but I've had such amazing dreams, and I'm like, I can control my dreams, and it's like it's really cool, and it's really interesting. And I love dreaming. It's like my escape from this place, my hideaway. and it's really, I love drinking. It's like my freedom. What flavor of tea do you enjoy? I drink green tea, and I do have a shitload of it, and I drink a lot of it. And I want to show you my tea bag. I just got it like a month ago or something, and it's a little skull. Look, oh, shit! It's a little skull, and it has holes here where the tea sinks in, and then when the tea goes out of it, it runs down these holes, but it runs down the front, so it comes out like it comes out the mouth of it. It's so cute, and then it has these bones to hold on top of the cup. And I just love this, and it was like $1.50. It's super cute, and I love skulls. I love everything Scully. Oh, and I also love Scully from X-Files. I think. Maybe. Okay, how many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I have no clue. I have a shitload. All my shoes are in storage. I just made a video like last week about some of the shoes and the boots I have here. I have a lot of clothes and a lot of shoes, but most of it is in storage, so I cannot count it. I don't know, but in this place I have, oh Christ, let me count them, man. 1, 2, no. I don't know how many shoes I have. I'm not going to count them now, because then I have to go through all my shit. What religion will you raise your children? I only have one, and I'm not getting more. I don't want more kids. I love her to death, but I don't want to go through that again. I would raise them to be morally and ethically and politically smart as fuck. And I would give them a Buddhistic way of looking at things, and a Christian, and all religion have this love. I would just teach my girl that like God is love, and you need to be good to everybody, and that's the basic of it. And treat nature right, and treat animals right, and you know, I would raise them to be good people, have good souls, good hearts, and they do. She's so freaking good, my child. So I'm amazed. 2 more questions. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? Like, I never remember believing in Santa Claus. I really don't. I think I was robbed of that experience. I never believed in the tooth fairy. My mother used to give me money under my pillow, but I don't think I ever believed in the tooth fairy. I believe in magic, though. I believe in witches. I believe in like elvers. I believe in vampires. I believe in ghosts. I believe in different dimensions. I believe in evil in different dimensions. I believe that everything exists in different levels, in different dimensions. And I believe that you can go to all these dimensions, that you can time travel and jump space and spend space and time. I believe in all these things, but I've always been a very intelligent child, and I've never really believed in Santa. I wish there were Santa, because that would be so cool. One guy giving people gifts every fucking year and reaching all the children of the world and people onto the world in one night. That would be amazing and really magical. But sorry to say, I don't believe in Santa, and I don't think I ever did.
It's but my mother,
thank you, Miss Mac. She's so kind. She always tells me the time, because if she didn't tell me, nobody would, and I would never know what time it was. Anyway, I don't believe in Santa. I never did. I don't think so. Maybe when I was really tiny, but I don't know. Last question. Why do you have a Tumblr? Interestingly enough, 3 days ago, I made a Tumblr account. And I did it because I want to share my artwork with the world. So I uploaded some of my recent artworks. I made some painting of David Bowie when he died. I made like 7 paintings, and I'm having currently. I made some drawings of 2. I made 2 drawings, artworks. A piece of drawing I gave away, and I have a secret I cannot say. And this is my recent painting. Oh, there we go. This is the last painting I made. Cat is not that good, but the cat is really good. I love this freaking cat. I can see it's Kat Von D, but I could have worked more on her. But I had to stop where I thought. I always stop in paintings when it's like I get to a point where I see if I work more on it, I take a huge risk on ruining it. But I do love. Look at this cat. I'm in love with this cat. And I love the other cat too. I want both, and I want this cat so bad, but I want this one. Anyway, I love cat. And the latest painting the paintings I made just before making this one was of Jeffree Star. And regarding Jeffree Star, I don't believe that guy is a racist. I think he made a really stupid comment, and I really think he didn't mean anything with it, and I'm sorry to see that people, like, I don't know the guy personally, but I just don't think he's a racist. And I'm sorry that people take one comment to such extreme levels and they, like, boycott him. I think it was incredibly stupid of him to say what he did say. Really, really ignorant. But stupidity is like, you have to learn and you grow, and I don't believe it. I was racist. I think it was the makeup he was referring to. I hope so. And whatever. But I don't want to talk about that. I do have a Tumblr, and why to share my artwork. That was the 50 questions that you never get asked on YouTube. So now you have the answers. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and enough to give me a big thumbs up. Comment below in the subscription box. I said something wrong again. Comment in the comment section, and please do subscribe to my channel. I will, in a few months, 1 month to 2 months, be doing a big swap with devixxi. So go check out her channel. I will link it below. She's a great girl, and I think you will enjoy her videos if you enjoy mine. So go check her out and subscribe to her. Namaste. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Hi hi. Hi hi.